The A-Team Challenge, a major project of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, is produced in partnership with the School District of Lee County, Waterman Broadcasting, and NBC2. This program features high school students in both public and private schools from 6 Southwest Florida counties as they compete in this exciting academic challenge. The A-Team Challenge is brought to you by the Suncoast Credit Union.
Hi everybody, and welcome to another game of the A-Team Challenge. This game is our last game in round 1 of the A-Team Challenge for the academic year 2017. This is a single elimination competition, so one of these two teams will move on to round 2, one of them will go home. We are very happy to have you with us here today as we continue celebrating academic excellence in Southwest Florida. You can watch our games on the education channels on Comcast and on CenturyLink. You can also see us on YouTube.com. Do a search for Lee Schools TV and you'll find our games posted there. This year, students, welcome to you. We've got an updated set of questions to ask you this year. All the subjects, though, continue to be the same as in years past, and they are in science, math, arts and humanities, language arts, social studies, and we have general knowledge and current event questions for you as well this year. We're going to play 2 toss-up rounds to start our game. Each question will be worth 10 points in the first 2 rounds. Students, remember, you're to work individually, no help from your neighbor, and if you get the question wrong, there's no penalty, but the other side will have a chance to hear the whole question, perhaps stealing the point away. The third round is a new feature and an exciting feature of our A-Team Challenge games this year. It's called the lightning round. Students will select at random an envelope which has a specific subject in it, 2 different subjects, 2 different envelopes, and an associated 10 questions per subject. There's a possibility of getting an additional 100 points in the lightning round if you get all the questions right, but the deal is the lightning round only lasts 90 seconds for each team. All right, so students, welcome to you both. I've got on my right-hand side here the students from Palmetto Ridge High School, good-looking group there, and on the left side of me, and the nice bright red, we've got South Fort Myers High. All right, students, we'll play around, and then I'll introduce you to our viewers at home. So put your hands on your buttons, and let's play the A-Team Challenge. Here we go. First question. Most of the argon in Earth's atmosphere resulted from decay of an isotope of what element? The first to have 4s subshell, whose atomic symbol is K. Jeffrey, South Fort Myers.
What is potassium?
Potassium is right. 10 points. South Fort Myers, you start us off. Next for 10, Nelson Rockefeller was the second man to benefit from what 1967 constitutional amendment that established procedures to name a new vice president? Amendments are always tough. You know them or you don't. And this one was the 25th. The 25th. Next question for 10. What character who fell in love with Edith Keeler in The City on the Edge of Forever captained the USS Enterprise and was played by William Shatner? Roman, Palmetto.
Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk. James T. Kirk. 10 points ties it up. Next for 10. What Soviet author was forced to decline the 1958 Nobel Prize in Literature which he won shortly after publishing his novel, Dr. Zhivago? The Soviet author was Pasternak, Boris Pasternak. What author of the 1979 memoir, The White House Years, who shared a Nobel Peace Prize with Le Duc Tho, served as Richard Nixon's Secretary of State? Jack, give me a shot.
Kissinger.
Good job, Jack. That's exactly right. Kissinger, Henry Kissinger, 10 points for Palmetto Ridge. Next for 10. The 2002 film 25th Hour was directed by what African-American filmmaker who also directed Denzel Washington in the biopic Malcolm X? That was 15 years ago, but the guy's name is Spike Lee. You probably heard of him, Spike Lee. Next question for 10. There are bonding and anti-bonding examples of the molecular form of what constructs whose atomic type, such as 2px, can each hold 2 electrons? David, Palmetto.
Orbital.
Orbital, right? Good job. That is the correct response. 10 points, Palmetto Ridge. Next for 10, while working with a cathode ray tube, what German scientist discovered X-rays? Jeffrey, South Fort Myers.
J.J. Thomson.
I'm sorry, that's not correct. The rest of the question for Palmetto is for which he won the first Nobel Prize in Physics. David, you're in time.
Rutherford?
No, not Rutherford. Röntgen. Röntgen. Remember that name? Good German name there. No, it's all right. No points awarded, though. Next question for 10. What city, which names a regulation governing asylum seekers in European Union, is led by Lord Mayor Brendan Carr, and it's the capital of Ireland? Roman, Palmetto?
Dublin?
Dublin is the right response. 10 points, Palmetto Ridge. Next question for 10. The Beveridge Report of 1942 spurred Clement Attlee's government to create what agency that provides health care in Great Britain? The agency that I'm looking for is called the National Health Service in Great Britain, or NHS. All right, next question for 10. What language was used to depict an interrupted rehearsal in the play 6 Characters in Search of an Author, which was written by Luigi Pirandello? Roman?
Italian?
Italiano. You could probably get that from Luigi Pirandello. Very good. 10 points, Palmetto Ridge. Next question for 10. The Ashanti spider god Anansi and the Native American coyote are examples of what mischievous mythological archetype? Just in time. David, Palmetto?
Devil?
Say again?
Devil?
Good try. Not the devil. Nope. South Fort Myers, you want a shot? Maybe a little out there. What I'm looking for, the trickster gods. The trickster gods. Okay, next question for 10. What winner of the 1989 Nobel Peace Prize was forced to flee Lhasa in 1959 after a failed Buddhist revolt against the Chinese occupation of Tibet? Some clues in there. Tibet may be one of them. It was the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama. Next question for 10. In January of 2016, the French company Sigfox expanded its network to the Belgian Polar Princess Elizabeth Research Station on what landmass? Garrett, Palmetto Ridge.
Antarctica?
Antarctica is the landmass. That is correct. 10 points for Palmetto Ridge. Good job. What measure of dispersion is the average of the squared difference of the data values from the mean and equals the square of the Garrett, Palmetto Ridge.
Variance?
It equals the square of the standard deviation. Correct. Variance just under the wire. 10 more points goes to Palmetto Ridge. All right, Palmetto's pulling out in front at least a little bit right now, but South Fort Myers, we've still got plenty of time left for you to catch up, and we'll see if they do that coming up in our next round. Welcome to the A-Team Challenge. Don't go away.
The Foundation for Lee County Public Schools is celebrating 30 years of enriching education throughout the school district of Lee County. Throughout its history, the foundation has provided over $7 million in scholarships and $1.5 million in education grants. 170 teachers have received the prestigious Golden Apple Award. To learn more, visit www.leeschoolfoundation.org.
2 pennies by themselves don't add up to much. But when you're a Suncoast member, every time you swipe your Suncoast credit or debit card, Suncoast donates 2 cents to help children's programs where you live. That means Suncoast members help make their community a better place every day just by buying things with their cards. And when we add all those pennies from all those Suncoast card swipes together, we can give millions of dollars to our children's future. Visit SuncoastCreditUnion.com and learn how much Suncoast could save you.
This one's packed with hope. This one's packed with big dreams. This one's packed with inspiration. It may look like a simple brown bag lunch, but it's really a big way to make a difference. That's because when you become a Take Stock in Children mentor, it takes just 1 hour a week to make an impact that can't be measured. Change a life over lunch. Become a mentor today.
Take Stock in Children is a major program of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools. For more information on how you can become a mentor, call 239-337-0433 or email info@leeschoolfoundation.org.
All right, welcome back to round 2 of the A-Team Challenge and our game today between Palmetto Ridge High School, South Fort Myers High. Let's introduce you to the players right now. We'll start with Palmetto Ridge here on my right. In the first spot is the team captain. This is Roman Fajardo is a senior this year, and Roman is planning to go off to New College of Florida and become a history major there. Next position is Garrett Chapman. Garrett is a senior as well, staying close to home next year, wants to go to FGCU and study software engineering. In the back row, we have Jack West. Jack is a junior, and he wants to also, there he is, go to FGCU, studying civil engineering there at FGCU. Jack, good luck to you in the future. Rounding out the team is David Gomez, also a junior, and his plan is to study genetics. Welcome to David, Jack, Garrett, and Roman under the coaching of Allison Chapman at Palmetto Ridge High School. On my left side is the student body from South Fort Myers. We've got Jeffrey in position 1. Jeffrey Epler is the team captain. He's a senior, wants to go to the University of Florida and become a veterinary medicine major and a minor in business. Next to him is Amir. Amir Akhmetov is a senior this year, he wants to go to the University of Florida and would like to become a doctor someday. Good luck to you, Amir. In the back row is Kenny. Kenny Wynn is a junior. He wants to go to the University of Central Florida and study engineering. And rounding out the team is Emily. Emily's got a nice smile. Emily Ford is a sophomore, and hopefully we'll see more of you in the coming years on the A-Team Challenge. Her idea is to study psychology after school. So Kenny, Emily, Amir, and Jeffrey under the coaching of Kelly Lohman at South Fort Myers High. Students, let's do this all over again, shall we? All right, let's play round 2. Each question's still worth 10 points. Put your hands on your buzzers. We're off. What Mediterranean island is the setting of a Christopher Marlowe play in which a group of Christian nuns are poisoned by a Jewish man named Barbarus? Or Barabbas. That was a bad pronunciation. Did he get in time? Yes, David, you're in.
Malta.
Malta is right. That's exactly right. 10 points for Palmetto Ridge. Malta. Next question for 10. What villainous character who kills Sir Danvers Carey and tramples a child first appears after an experimental potion is consumed by Dr. Jekyll? Garrett, Palmetto.
Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde is right. 10 points, Palmetto Ridge. Good job. Next for 10, the U.S. research station located near the South Pole is named after which 2 explorers who reached the pole in 1911 and 1912? I needed both names, Amundsen and Scott. Amundsen, Scott, South Pole Station. Next question for 10. Which musical instrument played by Krishna, whose varieties include the Chinese dizi and the recorder, is a woodwind twice the size of a piccolo? Garrett, Palmetto.
A flute.
A flute is right. 10 points, Palmetto Ridge. Next question for 10. The molality of a solution is calculated by dividing the number of moles of solute by what property of the solvent? Jeffrey, South Fort Myers.
What is density?
Nope, can't take density, sorry. Good try. Palmetto? The mass. You were on the right track, but I needed mass. Next question for 10. What blog, then owned by Nick Denton, filed for bankruptcy in 2016 after losing a lawsuit to Hulk Hogan that was backed by David Palmetto?
Gawker.
Gawker's the blog, tech billionaire Peter Thiel. Gawker's 10 points, Palmetto Ridge. Celtic and Rangers are soccer teams in what city on the River Clyde that is the most populous city in Scotland? Any cities in Scotland? Glasgow. Okay, no points there. Next question for 10. What man who fought an 1818 duel with John Heath wrote that we have met the enemy and they are ours after winning the Battle of Lake Erie? I know you've heard of him, Oliver Perry. Oliver Perry. Next question, 410. What style of alternative rock music, which emerged from Seattle in the late 1980s, Jack, Palmetto Ridge?
Grunge.
Yeah, reached its peak with Nirvana's album Nevermind. Grunge music. 10 points, Palmetto Ridge. Next question for 10. Republicans David Perdue and Johnny Isakson represent what state in the Senate that is also represented in the U.S. House by John Lewis? What state? Just in time. Jeffrey, South Fort Myers.
Kentucky.
Good try. Nope. Sorry. Palmetto Ridge. David. Nope. Georgia. Georgia. Next question for 10. The winning side in the Supreme Court case Dartmouth College versus Woodward was argued by what man who, as a senator, was part of the great triumvirate? Daniel Webster. Daniel Webster there. Next question for 10. What structure, whose northern end is at Bramble Cay, is found off the coast of Queensland in eastern Australia and consists of coral reefs? Jeffrey, South Fort Myers.
The Great Barrier Reef.
The Great Barrier Reef. 10 points, South Fort Myers. Good job. Next for 10. Outside of mid-ocean ridges, the Morovichik discontinuity lies within what rigid layer that floats on the asthenosphere? David, Palmetto.
Lithosphere.
Good job, David. Despite my horrible pronunciation, the lithosphere. You're exactly right. 10 points for Palmetto Ridge. All right, I've got a math question for you. Look at your screens. You can work while I read. What is the least common multiple of 12 and 20, given that every multiple of 20 has a units digit of 0? All right, Garrett's in Palmetto Ridge.
60.
60. Garrett is right on the money. 10 points, Palmetto Ridge. Good job. Next question for 10. The Main Music Conservatory in St. Petersburg, Russia, is named for what 19th century composer of The Golden Cockerel and Scheherazade? Yep. Okay, we'll let you in, David.
Tchaikovsky.
That's what I would have guessed too if I didn't know, but nope, that's the wrong Russian composer. How about South Fort Myers? Jeffrey.
Bach.
Nope, incorrect. Rimsky-Korsakov. Rimsky-Korsakov. All right, there's the final score, not the final score, but the end of the score at this second round. When we come back, we're going to play the lightning round. Each side will have a chance to add as much as 100 points to their score. We'll be back to see how that works out. Coming up.
Our schools are faced with increasing budgetary challenges. Now, there's an easy way for all of us to support education. By purchasing a License for Learning plate and renewing it each year, $20 are contributed to our schools to help our children. Support the License for Learning campaign. If you've got a car, get involved. For more information, call the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, 239-337-0433. Get involved.
The Foundation for Lee County Public Schools is celebrating 30 years of enhancing education throughout Lee County. With the support of the business community and community at large. More than 3,000 students have participated in hands-on learning opportunities at local STEM businesses through our STEM at Work program.
One of you can hand the seeds out, one can plant and one can water.
This is actually my favorite class. In this one, I'm growing okra, and that one, we're growing lettuce.
Our Take Stock in Children and student advocacy and mentoring programs have provided more than 5,000 hours of mentoring to low-income, at-risk students. And this year, more than 350 students will attend our college and career readiness workshops. If you would like to learn more about how you or your business can get involved, please visit us online at www.leeschoolfoundation.org.
All right, welcome back to the concluding round of this game of the A-Team Challenge between Palmetto Ridge High School and South Fort Myers High. Before we start the lightning round, I want to introduce you to the alternates the teams have brought. South Fort Myers, you'll continue playing with your 4 players. We do have 2 additional faces over here on Palmetto Ridge side, so let's introduce you to Nick Garcia. Nick, give us a wave. There he is. He's a junior, off to UCF after high school and studying computer engineering. Next to me is Christian. Christian Custodio is a junior. He wants to go to Florida Polytechnic and study robotics. All right, so here's how the lightning round works. I have 2 envelopes. There's 2 subjects, 1 different subject in each envelope, 10 questions per subject. The students with the least amount of points will go first. They'll pick whatever envelope they choose, and I'll ask them these 10 questions. Now, if you get a question wrong, there's no penalty. But in the lightning round, you can also pass if you don't think you got the answer right away. If you pass, and if there's time at the end, I will go back and give you another chance to answer the question. If you get it wrong, no penalty, but we'll move on, and that's your 1 shot at getting it right. So coming in the round with 20 points is our team from South Fort Myers. Which color do you want?
Orange.
Orange is yours. Yours is going to be yellow. And here we go. South Fort Myers, your subject is Shakespearean marriages. All right? In what Shakespeare play do these married couples appear? So I'm going to give you a married couple. You give me the Shakespearean play. All right? All right, here we go. 90 seconds on the clock. Go. The first one is Macduff and Lady Macduff.
We'll go back to it. All right, pass.
Pass on that one. Claudius and Gertrude.
Pass. Oh, you have it. Hamlet.
Hamlet is the right response, all right? Lord and Lady Capulet.
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet is correct. Desdemona and the title Moor of Venice.
What's its name? What's the place? Othello.
Correct. Othello is correct. Cordelia and the King of France.
Pass.
Passed that one. Petruchio and Katharina Minola.
Pass.
Passed on that. Lady Anne and the Duke of Gloucester.
Pass.
Bassanio and Portia.
A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Sorry, incorrect. Good guess. Claudio and Hero.
Pass.
Okay. Hermione and King Leontes of Sicily.
King Lear.
Sorry, incorrect. Let's go back to the past ones. Cordelia. Okay. You did pretty well there. I mean, this is tough. 1, 2, 3. Judges, I count 3, right? So you got 3 right. Let me just tell you, Macduff and Lady Macduff was Macbeth. Cordelia and the King of France was King Lear. Petruchio and Katrina Minola is The Taming of the Shrew. Claudio and Hero is Much Ado About Nothing. All right? And Hermione and King Leontes was The Winter's Tale. You guys did a good job. Thank you for being here. Thank you, South Fort Myers. All right, Palmetto Ridge, do you think yours will be that difficult? All right, well, let's see how many points you can add to your score with this subject. Here it is. Scientific units. Scientific units. Give these SI units often used in physics and chemistry. Give the SI units often used in physics and chemistry. You understand the category? 90 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Base SI unit of mass.
Grams.
Nope, incorrect. About 39.37 inches.
Meter.
Meter is correct. 1 Newton per square meter.
Pass.
Pass that one. Unit used to measure current times voltage in a resistor.
That's what is this? Is that coulombs? Oh no, ohms. Ohms?
Sorry, incorrect. Reciprocal of a hertz.
I don't know this one. Pass.
Passed on that one. Unit symbolized by capital T.
Period?
No, incorrect. Unit used to measure tension in a string.
Newtons.
Newtons is correct. Base SI unit of luminous intensity.
Pass.
Passed on that one. Unit of potential difference and electromotive force.
Coulombs. Coulombs? Yeah, coulombs. Coulombs.
Nope,
Wait, no, it's
incorrect. Only unit symbolized by a Greek letter.
Ohm. Ohm?
Ohm is correct. First pass one, 1 Newton per square meter.
Pascal.
Pascal is correct. Reciprocal of a hertz.
Second?
Second is correct. Base SI unit of luminous intensity was candela. Candela. And the other one you missed was the unit of potential difference in electromotive force. That was a volt. You did good though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 judges. Is that right? I count 6. Correct? And that adds up your score to what you see on the screen. All right, let's give them a hand. Palmetto Ridge will be moving on. You guys did a great job. Thank you, South Fort Myers. That's this edition of the A-Team Challenge. Students, get up and shake each other's hands. Have a great day.